Trupp, physical therapist.
And I'm Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
And together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Right. Oh, and our opinion.
We have to put that disclaimer in there.
Right.
Today we're going to talk about
Parkinson's
disease. And we're actually going to talk about a strengthening program that is recommended for people with Parkinson's. Because one of the problems with Parkinson's is it affects the midbrain, which is a good balance center. And your balance starts to go. So we want to make sure we're strengthening a lot of the muscles that are involved with balance,
Right.
specifically the hips and the ankles. I would say those are, and you know, the knees don't hurt either.
And these exercises aren't, these can be done even if you don't have Parkinson's, but they're good if you do in the early phases and the mid phases, but maybe not so when you're in the advanced phases. You won't be able to.
You may not be able to do these
Exactly.
safely. And which reminds me, by the way, if you are 40, 50 years old or older, you're going to want to subscribe to our site, Physical Therapy Video on YouTube, or go to our website, physicaltherapyvideo.com, because we've got just loads of information on how to stay fit and healthy well into your elder years.
Right, whether it's knee problems, hips strengthening,
We
ball
got it all.
exercises, exactly.
It's amazing. I'm kind of shocked. Okay, so let's start with the strengthening program here, and actually I think you're going to do it all because you're the right height for this.
Yeah, see, when Bob stands up, his head goes into the ceiling.
Right, you can't see it, so. All right.
See? Okay, seriously here, let's get on with the exercises. There's only 4 of them. It's not, they're not difficult, but one thing you want to do is make sure you have something to hold on to, whether it be a solid chair. Another thing, when I have patients that I instruct to do these exercises, I'll say, go up to the kitchen sink where the countertop is, and you can put your hands into the sink so that if you did lose your balance, go backwards, you have something to hold on to that's very solid. Otherwise, a good solid chair, we're going to use this for this particular demonstration. Okay, the first one, and this one you need to be a little bit careful because for your knees, because we're going to actually do the marching in place, we call it, and you just simply bring your knees up, hold it on this for balance, and watch out so your knees don't bump into stuff. If you happen to have a walker at home, if you're using the walker already, that's a good thing to hold on to in your knees. You got some more space in there. And just do the marching. We're going to do 10 repetitions on the sides. So if you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to go up to 20. Okay, if that's too much for you, that's okay. Go what you can. The goal is 10 on the side. The next one, I'm going to get at this angle. We're going to go out to the side. Call this hip abduction. It's going to work the muscles on the side. A good stabilizing muscle for walking, maintaining your balance. And it's important that you just don't do these slow and let your feet bang together and have that happen a lot where people will just kind of let their leg flip out. And that's not what you want. Good controlled motion out. Controlled motion back. As part of Parkinson's, muscle control is challenging. So this may be more challenging than normal if you have the disease, but work on it. The more you work on it, the better it is. And make sure you do both legs, good hand hold. Again, 10 on each leg is the goal. The next one, same position, but we're going to go backwards, straight behind you. Okay? And it's going to look like this. Again, slow motion out, bring it back slow, and working at a pace just like this. Okay, one thing that people will do wrong with this exercise is they'll start to go forward and compensate by flexing their trunk. We don't want that. We want to be tall with good posture. Your leg won't go as high, but that's okay. The goal isn't to get your leg up high. The goal is to work that back hip muscle. Actually, the same with this one. People will have a tendency to do this, trying to stay tall, and they'll shorten up the motion, but that's okay. That's the proper way to do it. Okay. And the next one is going up on the toes. Okay, and down. You're going to go up as high as you can. Now, on this one, I find with people in their 60s and 70s, whether they got Parkinson's or not, to get up on a good toe raise is not that easy. So you're going to find you may have to help and lean on the chair, lean on the cupboard, whatever you are, to get as high as you can. And as you work this over time, you're going to find that muscles get stronger. And that's going to help your balance as well, because you got your ankle strength is a direct correlation with your balance. So you're going to go up as high as you can and 10 repetitions with that as well. Once you start doing these, Bob, it doesn't take very long. 10 on each one, you're going to be done in less than 5 minutes. And you can do that once or twice a day.
Toe raises, Brad?
Or back on the heels, we're going to add that one in? Okay, good.
You could do it both. You could go up and down.
Now, the next one Bob brought up, and on this I'm a little cautious to teach people, or to have people do, depending on what they're doing, because when you go back like this,
this is where it's really important.
Potential fall going back.
Probably have the sink.
on this one, because
right, a sink
a
or a
chair
real
could-
solid chair, this would not be the one
Yeah.
to use, or a walker, you're never gonna do this with a
Right.
walker. So, and you can combine it toe up on your up on your toes, and then back on your heels, okay? But again, something to hold on to so that you don't have that fall going backwards, which really could cause some serious problems. So anything else, Bob?
Yeah, the only other thing I want to mention is that we do also have a video on, with Parkinson's disease for stretching.
Right.
So you may want to look that up, because that's just as important as the strengthening one.
Exactly, we've got 3 stretches for while you're in your bed, and 3 stretches in the seated position that work out well. Learn them both, and you can do them, and they're easy and not that hard to do.
Sounds good.